Hey, JulesBlessedVegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So people, we are in the middle of a happiness challenge, receiving happiness and certainly spreading happiness by our actions. And it doesn't matter if you just joined us or if you've been with me all 8 days. Let me think about that. Today actually was day 7, so tomorrow's day 8. But anyway, I would love it if you would join us. And it's just spreading happiness from Thanksgiving to Christmas. And it doesn't cost any money per se, depending on what you want to invest. And it's just a great way, especially during the COVID, to remind people that happiness is worth celebrating. So for today, it was to leave a positive message for someone to find unexpectedly. And as I suggested yesterday, I snuck a letter into my husband's calendar. And when he went to his first assignment and opened his calendar, he was like, wait, what? Huh? Whoey, whaty? And it was a lovely letter from me. It was awesome. He called like right away saying, wow, how unexpected was that? And what a great surprise. He loved it, which was just a joy for me as well. That's what I mean about it being mutual, right? Give happiness, receive happiness. Okay, so for tomorrow, it's do something helpful for a friend or a family member. And that might seem a little repetitious, but I don't think, like the other ones we did this past week was for a homeless person. It was for as many people as possible, like online. I would support a charity, a lot of unknowns. This is specific to a friend or a family member. Do something helpful. How can you help them? Especially if you're tired too and you just don't feel like it. That's when grace steps in. Will you have the grace to help a friend or family member? Even when you yourself are tired? I assure you, it'll be a mutual blessing no matter what. Anyway, sidebar is that I am having a sore throat, which is very interesting to me because it's not your traditional sore throat. It's not just like hurting when I swallow, which is fine. What it is like this whole side. So it's not my actual swallowing, it's my tongue, which of course is a muscle, right? So it's kind of like my tongue running to my ear and then kind of down my neck and just on this side. So interesting. I really can't think of anything that I did, but it is not lovely. And I don't take any medication of any kind, and I don't think I can like literally ice this per se. I do use some little things, like I do use, can't think of what it's called. A couple of natural things, but actually I use heat and ice the most, and heat might do well. Some heat might do me well. Anyway, if you see me wincing, it's not the topic, it's pain. Just crazy pain. My tongue, my neck, and a little bit of my shoulder, but and running to my ear. But I think the shoulder is a subset of me accidentally holding this in a certain way from the pain. Whatever the case is, I know it's brief, God is merciful, and I will be well soon. And luckily, I can still smile, so it's all good. All right, so at the same time, you guys, I have been sharing an article which is on abstinence, which simply means to refrain from your drug of choice. And I'm not sure what that drug of choice is for you. For some, it's certainly food. Others, it's alcohol. Some are pill gourmets. Been there, done that for all of the above. Others, it could just be an obsession with someone, which, believe me, we need to abstain from that behavior. And then, of course, it can be something tangible, like the things that I just mentioned, and even being sex addicts, right? So whatever the case is, this was examples for strong abstinence, and there's actually a checklist on it, which I actually appreciate. And I did include it in the first video, which was a couple of days ago, but I will go ahead and re-include it in the description of this one because it's a really good one. It's actually by Overeaters Anonymous. And at first I said, there's no way I'll do the checklist. I can't be consistent. Then I thought, it's that behavior that's kept you sick. Sometimes you have to push yourself. And you guys are such a blessing to me in this community that I'm daring to use you as my support and check in with you. So I'm going to dare to go down that checklist again. Number 1, have I been abstinent today? Yes, I have. Number 2, did I pray and meditate today? I do every day, all day. Was it deliberate for food or food-related things? Mostly just thanking God to no end for my delicious fruit and vegetables and healthy fats and staying within my calories. So I'll say yes. Am I maintaining or working toward a healthy body weight? Yes, I am. Did I rely on my higher power to get me to stay abstinent today? Yes, I did. Is what I am currently doing working for me to remain abstinent? It appears to be. And I'll share again some of the tools that I use. One is this little monkey mind. This is coconut, which I physically purchased after searching and searching. I've managed to find coconut looking so innocent and a great vegan name because I have a monkey mind that haunts me. And if you put in Jules McCann's monkey mind, a couple of great videos will come up explaining the monkey mind. So the thing about a monkey is they look deceptive. Not only do they seem cute and innocent, and I'm loving the purple eyes, but they tend to come with a tribe. So once the chattering starts, it exponentially multiplies into a tribe. So I physically purchased this monkey so I can keep him in his place. One of the things the monkey mind recommends is to actually allow the monkey to complain and gripe and mention their fears and all those things for like 10 minutes in the morning. And then if the monkey complains throughout the day, you say, excuse me, you had your 10 minutes. You might want to consider that. So that's a good one. Another fantastic one, again, by Brooke Castillo of the Life Coach School, for which I will always give full credit, though I don't know where she got it from. But this is my urge jar. I literally just took a mason jar. And then I got a bunch of glass beads from the Dollar Tree. And you can get like 200 in a bag for $1. I got 2 bags. And I go ahead and just keep all of those beautiful little glass beads in it. Of course, Debbie Meyer green box. At the risk of them, molding? But anyway, the thing about the urge jar, you never punish yourself. You never take them out as a punishment. You only contribute to your urge jar for every time you abstain from an urge. And obviously, I have several urges a day. And again, this could be for anything, overspending, whatever it is in your life that you're struggling with. But for me, at some point, inevitably, every day, my monkey will start chattering, my temptation will come up, and I'll suddenly be ready to throw my program out the window every day. So I'm happy to celebrate how many urges I abstained from. So I happily just added some urges. And when the urge jar fills up, you don't reward yourself with the exact poisons that got you to where you are now. You actually just empty it and start again. The reward is in the urges themselves and how many urges you abstain from. I mean, potentially this jar will have a couple of 100 times that I abstained. And what a difference that makes, right? Lastly, one of the things I do, and by no means am I suggesting you do all these things, but since it was literally saying is what I'm currently doing working for me to remain abstinent, these are some of the tools that I do when I'm on my game. So the last one that I do is actually stickers. And you can see that I have a couple of stickers for this beginning of the month, but I was certainly doing it in November as well. The whole idea behind the monkey mind, the urge jar, the stickers, is obviously not for my adult self. Although adults do like prizes, right? It's usually a car or a trip to Rio. But the reason that I do it is because of that primal brain, that inner child, the one who throws fits in the grocery store and yells so loud and you're so embarrassed that you just hand them what they want, right? The one who decides that life is so unfair that they just have to treat themselves. Well, all of these methods appease that primal brain and actually slows it down enough for the adult to consciously make a better choice. So I am happy to do those. And again, the other tool that I absolutely do is writing my food in a food journal. But for the urge jar, you're supposed to write your food the day before, because that primal brain has to get used to what the plan is going to be, and they don't tend to fit through as much. And I will tell you, you guys are helping me with 12 days of abstinence. There's 12 days of Christmas. This is our 12 days of abstinence, which I'm happy to do. And I will continue to share that in addition to what are writing topics, but for me have become topics of conversation for me to evaluate where I am. So the next one says, if I'm having problems, have I asked someone else what they are doing? And I have a lot of people and a lot of resources. And as I said, I'm vegan. I'm raw vegan because it doesn't provoke me the way processed things do. And I have a lot of people in that community that I get advice from, follow, admire, and learn from every day. Okay, so then it says, have I made an OA call today? No, I did not, but I certainly still could. Oh, actually, I'm going to say yes, because it was online, so it wasn't a call, but I did chat with someone online in the program that needed support. Did I have an attitude of gratitude beyond belief? Yes, I did. Did I plan my food? Praise God, yes. Have I helped someone else today? Yes. Did I have an action plan in place to stay abstinent? Yes, I did. And do I have a sponsor, and am I working the steps with that person? No, I'm not. I'm definitely getting my head around that. And certainly with the understanding that the first 3 steps are I can't, God can, and I'm going to let him. I'm all in. Step 4 of having to take an inventory. I am not there, my friends. I certainly haven't been in program so long. And it's going to be necessary, but I'm just not there yet. Okay, so the third topic is, am I afraid to get abstinent? And if yes, why? And you can understand why this would be a worthy right. I have a sense of it already. So as I've said before, I've literally lost and gained 100 pounds in my adult life. Okay, literally. And then more recently, in the last 2 years, where I dropped, let me say released, right? People love to say released, where I released 85 pounds. And in this COVID, right? I have literally lost and gained the same 14 to 15 pounds 5 times, at least 5 times. I'm not kidding you. It wasn't water weight. When I put on weight, it's real. When I take it off, it's a pound at a time. I'm not one of those water weight people. It's all real food, completely earned. Well, that for me is fear-based, okay? Because I dared to break 200, which was really scary for me and took several tries. Then I'm hanging out down around 92, and I can't seem to get to 80. And I know it's the same fear, so for me, am I afraid to get abstinent, and why? Well, it changes. In the past, it was definitely a situation where I would begin to get way too much attention. People would start praising me for my weight loss, which I suddenly feared that I couldn't possibly maintain. That they were counting on me to continue to keep the weight off, that somehow they had a vested interest in my well-being, which is never true. People are naturally selfish, okay? Don't give your power away. They don't care that much, okay? And when they're binging on their food, they don't want to hear from you anyway. But I would accidentally give my power away and decide that I'd be failing them, so why even try? Because I can't possibly maintain it. And a lot of that was true, because I was starving myself, I was binging and over exercising, I was purging, like all the games. So it was completely true. Now I own my vegan lifestyle and my raw vegan lifestyle for myself, because it's not exactly a thing among the people in my life. Okay, they think I'm crazy and they can't figure out why I'm doing it or what I eat per se. So it's definitely for myself. So now why am I afraid to get abstinent? It could be ghosts of the past. It could definitely be that idea of too much attention again. I mean, some of those things remain true for me. I'm not sure that I am afraid, and yet I continue to sabotage myself. So I'm going to have to look a little deeper in there, hence the reason they suggest writing it. And I certainly have a journal to do that. I know at times it's been weight. I know at times it's been fear of attention, which was dangerous for me, sexual abuse. I know at times it was afraid I would disappoint people. And again, that's all that inner child, primal brain, not my adult. I need to choose to be in my adult. And so this time, I'm probably not removed enough, especially since I falter. I have a tendency to falter. That's why I'm really excited to get through these 12 days of abstinence. And I started a few days before that, so it'll actually be a couple of weeks of clean eating, one day at a time. But one thing is that I will accidentally allow my mind to wander either in the past, into the future, get the picture way too big, and suddenly panic like any good addict that I'm giving up something forever. And what if I can never have that again? And wait, huh? And it's like, it's changing the why. And it's understanding that it's not about giving something up forever. It's about replacing something that didn't serve me with something far better, which, praise God, I can have forever. You know what I mean? But I can say that as a grown-up. When I get into my kid, when I become fear-based, when I panic, when I get any form of toxic or packaged or processed nonsense in my body, it's a whole other story. But just for today, and I'm only required to make it through today, I am clean, I am thrilled, and want to thank you for stopping by. So like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. Anyway, prayer, food, whatever. And until we talk again, best of all, know that you are blessed.